responded with help for the homeowners, not blame, not who's responsible, not who should do it. When the insurance companies decided to play the game they played best, avoiding responsibility, our city took action to protect our waterway and our homeowners. We didn't wait for help from others. We took the necessary steps immediately. And this weekend, those residents were able to move back in their homes. These are great accomplishments. However, the pain for some in our community is real. While there's some uplifting news on jobs and housing, our foreclosure rates are far too high and at crisis levels. Unemployment is far too high, and the pain in our community is real. The number of families seeking services from our city is at record levels. One need only talk to the women at Village Elementary who work in the cafeteria to understand that there are children who go hungry and families in need. Or talk to Dr. Weinstein at Family Central to learn about the distressingly high and long wait list for families in need. Or talk to Edith Lederberg to understand why it's so important to support ADRC. Or talk to the condominium leaders who are working under the crushing burden of foreclosure and reduced maintenance fees. We recognize that there are limits to what municipal government can do in the face of these structural problems. But we can't rest simply in the knowledge that we were able to prevent an increase in taxes or fees in our cities. We cannot believe that the future will naturally be better because we've succeeded before and without any hard work. Instead, given our resources, we have an even greater responsibility, all of us, to plan and build and make sure we have the best opportunity to prosper and grow in this city. It is time to prepare for economic recovery now. When a business wants to open in a city, we want them to choose Sunrise to build their dream. When a family seeks a neighborhood to raise their children, we want our schools and parks to be a magnet for magnificence. When a young at heart couple is trying to decide where to retire, we want our community opportunities to be inviting and attractive. And when visitors of the world want to celebrate great bargains, wonderful food, a cultural beat unmatched anywhere, we want to make sure we're open for business and to welcome those over 20 million visitors a year. We must focus on our challenges together and not simply stand at the borders of our city looking for the light of federal or state help. We have to try to light our own way. Therefore, soon this commission will begin a workshop process to begin mapping out the vision for the next decade in our city. We will work together to make Sunrise even better, building a soaring vision with great ideas. Along the way, I believe there are 5 major challenges that we have to focus on. Job creation by encouraging an environment to thrive and excel. Neighborhood revitalization through saving homes and beautifying our individual and shared spaces. Educational improvements in our schools by rewarding excellence and demanding improvements. Investment in cultural assets through a focused and renewed commitment like that of the great Mayor Dan Pearl and the First Lady of Sunrise, Minnie Pearl. Community conservation challenges which smartly bond the best of the economic benefits from environmental sustainability with conservation. These 5 challenges are not independent. They do not and cannot stand alone. Cultural investment builds jobs and revitalizes neighborhoods. Jobs creation encourages neighborhood revitalization and investment in culture. Educational improvements provide the foundation for jobs in our corporate park and inspires people to move here. Conservation improves our neighborhoods and protects our lifestyle for the next generation. While these are interlinked, I want to address each of them briefly. Jobs creation. We know that as a city, we do not predominantly create jobs. However, we can make conditions right for dreams to grow. We need you, the residents, and the business community to come forward and help construct ideas and partnerships to plant and reap the benefits of your own community service. Smart investment with relaxed pressure from the city will make us more competitive. Incentive programs need to be formulated. We're expecting that each of the advisory boards and each of us begin thinking about smart incentive programs to generate jobs. We have to give serious consideration to moratorium on certain business fees and some way to spur greater investment. We have the ability, we have the infrastructure to make this city distinguished from all others, and it will pay dividends for years to come. Neighborhood revitalization and saving our homes. Traditional resources from the federal and state governments are being threatened or withdrawn. The Community Development Block Grants Program is under attack in Washington, and there's even a proposal I read today to eliminate the CDBG funds entirely. But so you know, these funds are funds that came from the federal government and were directly invested in our city, not by bureaucrats in Washington, not by people in Tallahassee, but by the people here who knew best where that money needed to go. In the past 5 years, it's rehabilitated 202 owner-occupied homes. It's removed architectural barriers for 81 elderly or disabled homeowners. It's provided roof replacement for 51 homeowners, provided disaster recovery assistance for 50 homeowners, hurricane mitigation for 28 homeowners. Last week, I sent a letter to our Senate and congressional delegations demanding they support a fully funded CDBG program, a program that has allowed us to infuse directly into the community where it's needed most. This afternoon, I met with the local director of HUD, and I'm here to say we have more work to do if we're going to save that program. In addition, our neighborhood stabilization program, a great program started by this commission and the city staff in partnership with the Habitat for Humanity and the Broward Alliance for Neighborhood Development, have purchased almost 30 homes to be used for renovation and resale, or to be used in families who are either at the median income or well below it. We must encourage our federal and state elected officials to support programs that are providing direct benefits to our streets. These are not benefits or earmarks that are caught in bureaucracy. These are things that are making a difference in your lives. We've initiated a lien amnesty program meant to encourage properties to come back into compliance through the opportunity to clean up their liens and put that behind them. Our new foreclosure registry will bring accountability from the banks and lenders who foreclose, requiring them to keep up the properties rather than the city filling the gap. In the spirit of Adopt a Road programs like what Central and East Sunrise Residents Association have done, we should have the commitment to expand to adopt more roads, a commitment to adopt every park, a commitment to adopt our city as our own. With the number of already foreclosed units in our city, we must begin incentivizing the purchase of those homes. One idea that I'll ask the Commission and staff to consider is a generation of a Sunrise Dollars program, where we incentivize the purchase of foreclosed homes through grants which can only be spent in Sunrise. Sunrise has anything and everything you need to improve your home. This would be a program that would not only encourage folks to come here to Sunrise to buy homes and invest, but it would help our local businesses. The multiplier effect from this investment would prove to be a wise investment, not a giveaway. At the same time, we must find new and imaginative ways to save homes where families are there now and are under the pressure of foreclosure. There must be a community commitment to save our homes. Educational improvements. Educational excellence is not beyond our control. Educational excellence is our obligation. We cannot control the decisions that are made downtown for our public schools, and many on this commission have fought for years. Commissioner Liu, I know you've had it out with the school board trying to make improvements. We can't ensure that parents demand excellence from their children, but we can help foster excellence. This city leads the county in recognizing teachers in our schools. Tonight, in a little while, we'll honor a Teacher of the Month from West Pine, like we do for the great police and fire and employees each month. We do so because we know how important it is to have great teachers in our community, because they're good for our schools, they're good for our students, they're good for our neighborhoods, and they're good for our city. No other city in the county does this each and every month, and we will continue to do so, and I congratulate my colleagues on the generation of this program. Make no mistake, though, when we honor the one teacher tonight, we are honoring the spirit of excellence in all teachers, and we're trying to inspire more. We must do everything in our power to advocate for fully funded public education, to educate our children and young adults for the next generation, and to provide the best educated youth in the world. This is not something we can look to the federal government to, and we sure as heck can't count on the state government. We as residents, the young and the young at heart, face our educational crisis together. We must face it like we do a storm or any other time of challenge together. The future of our government, of our urban planning, our neighborhoods, our environmental sustainability, generation of jobs, success of our businesses and our corporate park are all wrapped around the hope of robust public education. We as a commission will